What to know about Paul Weiss, the law firm bowing to Trump's demands. Paul Weiss, a 150-year-old New York law firm, this week struck a deal to escape President Trump's wrath. It's one of the nation's largest firms, with more than 1,000 lawyers representing some of the world's wealthiest and most profitable companies. Formerly called Paul, Weiss, Rifkind, Wharton and Garrison, the firm has offices around the world and handles mergers and acquisitions, private equity, white-collar and regulatory defense, and litigation. Its client roster has included corporations like ExxonMobil, Citigroup, Imagine Entertainment, and Lucasfilm. Last year, the firm brought in more than $2.6 billion in revenue, according to Law 360, placing it among the top-grossing law firms in the country. The firm also runs a large pro bono practice, which has historically focused on civil rights, immigration, and other public interest matters. Under the new deal, some of that public service work will now be performed for causes championed by President Trump. The president had issued an executive order, part of a broader campaign against law firms, that would have suspended Paul Weiss's security clearances and barred its lawyers from federal buildings. To persuade Trump to lift the order, the firm agreed to do $40 million worth of pro bono work on causes such as working with veterans and fighting anti-Semitism over the course of his term. But the deal has led some critics to charge that Paul Weiss betrayed its principles by giving in to the president rather than fighting him in court. Some legal ethics experts argue the agreement sets a dangerous precedent for political interference in the legal profession. The firm is known for giving a home to prominent Democrats. Theodore C. Sorensen, an advisor to President John F. Kennedy, was once there. Among its current partners are Loretta E. Lynch, who served as Attorney General under President Barack Obama, Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York under President Joe Biden, and Jesse E. Johnson, a former Secretary of Homeland Security under Obama. Paul Weiss set up shop in 1875 at 243 Broadway, initially representing merchant and investment banking houses, real estate developers, oil and railroad interests, and other clients, according to the firm's website. In the 1950s and 1960s, when New York law firms were expanding, Paul Weiss was one of the few large firms that would hire and promote Jewish law school graduates, said Eli Wald, a professor at the University of Denver Stern College of Law. He described it as a mixed law firm, a coming together of Jewish and non-Jewish lawyers to form a more welcoming and diverse large law firm. The firm's commitment to diversity dates back to its early willingness to break the WASP-dominated hiring norms of mid-century Wall Street. One of the firm's stated principles, posted on its website, says it believes in maintaining, by affirmative efforts, a membership of partners and associates reflecting a wide variety of religious, political, ethnic, and social backgrounds characteristic of that community. That's the snapshot of Paul Weiss as it navigates this unprecedented pressure from the White House. We'll be watching how this plays out in the coming months. Thanks for listening.